Hey guys, it's Weston here. So today I'm going to be taking a second look at the Oneplus X after 2 months of use. So I've been using this phone now for, like I said, 2 months as my daily driver. And I'm going to be talking in this review not about specifications or anything because I've already covered that. I'm going to be talking more about my experiences with the phone and what I've sort of dealt with over the past 2 months of using it. So first up, I'm going to talk about what's gotten a little bit worse with the Oneplus X. So the first thing that has got pretty bad is the battery life. Now, before, when I first got the phone in the first couple of weeks, the battery life was pretty impressive. I was easily getting through a full day's use, no problem whatsoever. I was getting above 4 hours screen on time, and I could actually wake up in the morning with around 10% battery left, which was actually pretty good. Fast forward to now, and I'm struggling to get through a full day, and I'm finding I'm having to charge my phone at around 10 o'clock in the evening, at around 7-8%, and that'd be from 100% first thing in the morning, which, to be honest, is not that impressive in 2016 now. And another problem as well is screen on time has dropped pretty drastically as well. Before I was getting around 4.5 hours screen on time, now I'm struggling to get through 3 hours to 4. I'm not getting anywhere past 4. I can get up to 4 but nowhere past it, so battery life has actually dropped pretty drastically since just 2 months. So the next thing I've noticed that's been a little bit of an issue, and it's not actually the phone's fault, it's sort of the updates. Now OnePlus has just released a pretty significant update and I've not received it yet. Now I live in the UK, I'm on the EE network, and for whatever reason I just haven't received the update. So I can't really comment on how that's affected the phone and if it's made it better or not. But I know it does have some significant improvements with the update, which I'm just not seeing yet. So my experience is not that good, and it's probably different to yours if you've had the update. And one of those big fixes is the camera, which is what I'm going to talk about now. And initially I was pretty sort of impressed with the camera. But now looking back on it, I actually realised that it's not as good as what I initially thought. Now, looking back on some of my photos, I've noticed that there's quite a warm tint to it. Colour accuracy can be a little bit off as well. Dynamic range is pretty consistent and pretty good as well. But there's just other issues that I'm having, like especially indoors, there's a lot of background noise. The flash doesn't help that much either, but it's just not that good a camera. The front facing camera is not that great either. But like I said, that update will be fixing things and hopefully will make the camera better. So like I said, when that update rolls out, I'll probably do a second look at the camera and see if it's actually any better. So the next issue I'm also having, again, it's not necessarily with the phone, it's actually the third-party support for the phone. And it is technically a problem with the phone, but third-party support is actually pretty terrible. So stuff like cases, screen protectors and accessories are virtually like non-existent, especially in the UK. Going on like Amazon and eBay, you'll find a few cases, but none of the big manufacturers are actually really making cases for these. And it's been 2 months now, and I'd actually expect better third-party support. Now, if you look at the likes of Samsung and even HTC, iPhones, they all get really good third-party support from companies like Spigen and Orsley and all those companies making cases. For this, there's barely anything. So that is something to definitely consider when you're looking at one of these phones. Right, so now I know I've been talking a while, but we're going to talk about what's actually not changed at all. So the thing that really surprised me is the performance. General performance is actually pretty impressive still. The UI still flows really smoothly, it's still really fluid. Multitasking again is still pretty fantastic. It's again really fluid and really responsive, and you can switch between apps pretty easily and quickly as well. Gaming performance, again, is still really solid. I'm not noticing any frame drops or any lag or stuttering, and it's still playing on really high settings as well. So in that regard, performance has actually remained pretty good. And also the phone has remained pretty good as well, so it's still good for phone calls, it's still pretty good for social media and emails, and it's just generally good as a phone. So next up we get on to the thing that has been the biggest change, and that's OnePlus removing the invite now. So you can actually buy one of these phones without an invite. So you can just go to their website and purchase one. So taking everything into account, should you actually pick up a OnePlus X? Well, it's a tough sell, to be honest. Now, for under £200, you can get some pretty good phones now. There's phones from Honor, Huawei, Lenovo, Blue, and other companies like that really making big moves into this market. And they're offering premium builds, really good cameras, UIs, a little bit to be desired in my opinion, but value for money wise, they are really impressive, and some of them quite a bit cheaper than the OnePlus X as well. So if you are looking to spend around £200 on a phone, look at those offerings first, because you might just get as good a phone for quite a bit less money. Now, I know that's sounding a bit bad, I'm like pushing the OnePlus X to one side, but I'm not. It's a really great phone, but it is a really tough sell. I mean, like I said, those companies are making big moves in this market, and OnePlus, I think, is going to struggle to shift these because of how those other companies are progressing. So, should you actually get a OnePlus X? Well, if you don't like those other offerings, then this is still a fantastic phone for the money. It's well designed, it's well built, it's well spec'd, and it's just an all-round good phone. Right guys, so that is it for this video. If you've got any questions about the OnePlus X or anything else, drop me a comment down below and I will do my best to answer it for you. So thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you all on the very next video.